Well, hello, everybody. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. I have done a video not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, on why you should have a Facebook Live page. And so I am going to follow that up with the tips of the trade of how to create a Facebook page. Now, whenever I am Michelle Henderson, and I am a psychic medium in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and I actually started Facebook Live back in February. And, I thought it would be like public speaking, and it is not anything like public speaking because you cannot see anybody out in the audience. You can only see the comments. So whenever you say something funny, you don't know if they're laughing until, somebody says LOL. So anyway, it is a whole brand new thing. So if you are used to technology and you're getting out of your comfort zone just a little bit, Facebook Live is the way to go so that you can get out there and show everybody who you truly are. I had a business in 2005 for about 10 years teaching children with social skills through video modeling. And so I had to get in front of the camera all the time with the kids so that they would learn how to role play a social situation. We actually had a green screen up so we could put ourselves anywhere. We could be at the school cafeteria practicing a social skill, or we could be outside practicing a social skill at the park. So there's so many things that you can do with technology, and it's actually advanced since then. So I'm really excited for everybody to be able to know about this and do it. But again, you have to get out of your comfort zone to be able to learn all the tricks in the trade, and your business will actually pick up very quickly because everybody is on social media. Everybody is on Facebook. So you need to definitely do that. All right. So the tips of the trade here, these are the things that I have learned since I've been on, and plus the fact of doing video modeling with the children. So whenever you think about going on Facebook Live, the power of Facebook Live has limitless possibilities. You get that creativity side of yourself, and you can really make it work. And you've got to trust yourself and your creativity. And you never know. I mean, you got to put it out there, see if it works. If it doesn't work, just try something else. So limitless possibilities. Just keep thinking that. Now, I know on my last one that I've talked about, there's different streaming services. Now, if you just want to do Facebook Live and using Facebook and your telephone, there's nothing stopping you doing that, right? But there are some streaming services that really help it look more professional, and you have more control of your show. StreamYard and BeLive are two streaming services that are very similar. I use BeLive, and it's so user-friendly, and I guess my teacher background, I love using the pictures out there. It just helps me organize my thoughts. I just, I admire the people that can go on and talk about anything, and maybe they have a better memory than I do. I don't know, but always have to have a visual. Now, with Ecamm and Open Broadcast Center software, this is more for people that really want to dive into the technology. So you have to have some technology background or some knowledge, or get those videos out there and get tutored. And again, it kind of gives you the possibility to create whatever you want to create. All right, so let's go on to the next thing. This is some of the equipment, and like I said, a lot of people are just using their phones, which is fantastic because it's so cheap. Why not use your phone, right? All right, but if you use your phone, you really need to get a stand so that it's very stable. So your picture's not moving, right? And I would get a ring light because it really, makes you look really good. Photographers use this, and it really softens the light. And then, of course, a microphone. Some phones have microphone are okay, but if you want really good quality, I would get a setup with a microphone. And there's several different ways that you can do that. Also, if you want to put a background behind you, it will be very helpful if you get a screen like this. And what it is versatile. So you can either do the blue side or the green side. And I would suggest, okay, so this is how I learned through my business is if you use a blue screen, if you wear anything blue, the chroma key cannot see that color. And if you like wear a blue shirt, you may become headless, okay? Because it doesn't see your shirt and it just it takes out that color. So whenever we had children that came to the studio, we would have different shirts for them. Of course, they loved being headless. They thought that was so much fun. So special effects, right? So if you wear a lot of blue, then I would definitely switch it to the green screen. And these screens fit right behind where you sit or where you stand. It doesn't have to be really big. And that's all you need to really have something behind you so that you can have different pictures. Okay, another thing that you need to do is make sure that your internet service that you have is quality speed. You have to look at the upload speed, okay? And it has to be between 2.0 or 2.5. And you need fast speed or your footage will drag. And mine did a little bit, so I was actually using wireless, and I had to switch to LAN. So I have a whole different setup now. So definitely just check your internet. All right, I love this one right here. This is a professional, okay? He was, I think, looking at sports. He's a sports broadcaster. And look at that background behind him. Now, this is where the blue screen and the green screen will help. So if you want to hide this, it's perfect. But look behind you and make sure that your background is very professional. It's very clean. And what you don't see, what they don't see won't hurt them, but people actually do look behind you. I know whenever I got the lights on my curtains, I had so many people going, oh, I love the lights. So definitely look at your background. And because a lot of people, like I said, will look behind you just to see what you have. And it becomes distracting. And this young man, of course, I don't know, he didn't make his bed or whatever, but anytime it's in the bedroom and you see a bed, it just kind of throws off your show just a little bit. So I would definitely make sure that you have a professional background. And, and sometimes, we'll have puppies barking. I have that a lot. You can't control certain things. And so, that's when you really try to control as much as you can. Or your kids may come in and say, Mama, I'm hungry, and you can't, sometimes you just can't help it. And, people love it because it makes you human whenever you are broadcasting. All right, so I did a little bit of research. And a lot of these things are going to help you make a fantastic show. Now, a lot of times, and it depends on what content you have. A lot of the psychic mediums out there that do live readings, they don't really have any content to share. And that is, totally up to you. Whatever works for you, you need to continue. If I, advise you to do something, you're going, I'm not going to do that. That's perfect. You do what you feel like you need to do. This is just kind of giving you some tricks of the trade that maybe you didn't think of before. But I do want to say the psychic mediums that are out there, this is your chance to really sell your business because you are a business. You are the trademark of your business, right? And so you want to really, you've got their attention, and this is the time to really talk about the things that you believe in, what you are offering, what services that you're offering. So yes, so planning your content. So don't just go on and say, okay, I'm just going to go on and see my audience and just kind of go on and see what happens. Well, you really need to plan your content. Now, whenever I do the slides and I do the research, sometimes it takes me about 2 hours to prepare for the show, and then the show is only 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So, but my Monday night show, whenever I do readings, it does last a whole hour. But I try to incorporate a lot of these things that they talk about. So, Hook, why should they watch you? So just like anything else, you want to plan and you want to tell them, hey, Hook, if you stick around, you will be getting a reading for free, so you got to hook them. Why should they even watch you? Introduce who you are. What are you going to cover? so that they need to know if they're going to stick around. I know my Wednesday night, it's only just talking about knowledge, show about different concepts in the metaphysical world. And people want readings. And a lot of times I'll see like 5 people pop on and I'll explain, okay, I'm not doing readings. I'm only going to cover. And as soon as I do that, then I've lost my audience. So you do have to find the audience that will come to you, but you got to keep posting and keep doing it, and eventually that audience will come. And my looking at my statistics for my Wednesday show, it is growing. But you got to find that audience for your. So that's why you always want to do the introduction and explain what you are going to cover, and then the content, the main topic or concepts. I always have at the beginning of my show, I always have like an inspirational message that may not be the main topic, but it's kind of a concept to kind of get people in. And it also allows people to get onto to my page before I start the readings. And they know that, if they want to pass all that up, then they can get on 15 minutes after I begin my program. All right, summary. What is the main idea that you want your audience to remember from your live? So towards the very end, whenever I'm coming to a close, I always talk about, the importance of readings, the healing that happens, and maybe not everybody received a reading, but hopefully everybody was able to witness all this healing going on and all this love. And also I get them to participate in the show. And that is very, very important. And we're going to talk about that in just a few minutes. Call to action. Make sure you at the very end, okay? You may want to say, all right, guys, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you. Really thank your audience. And then really say, okay, I want you, please like my page, follow me, let us share my page, and then talk about what your show's going to be on next week. Or you can talk about what you are offering for the week. So this really helps you organize. If you hit all these bullet points, you've got a fantastic show. And you also need to remember, whenever you're planning your content, you need to have a title for your show. All right, it could be Psychic Readings by Michelle or any type of title. And you also need to plan on going at the exact same time every week. But the title really is your hook. So a lot of people will go, oh, I think that's very, very interesting. And you may also want to have a cover for, or like kind of like a pamphlet that shows what your show is all about. And I use Canva to be able to make some very good, and that's slides. I make my slides on Canva, and it is well worth the money and to be able to do it. And you're going to have some business expenses, right? Okay, so this is yes, do. So these are kind of some more some more tips of the trade. All right, so plan to go on Facebook Live for at least one time a week. And I know I already talked about something like this. So I know now lately I've been going on like 4 times a week. The more you go on Facebook, the more their statistics will grow, and Facebook will actually help advertise for you. And that's one thing that I do. And that's number 3 is schedule the same time each week and make sure that you advertise. And you can make an event on Facebook. So advertisement through Facebook is really cheap. You tell them I only want to spend $10. And you create the audience that you want it to go to, and it is very well worth it, because that way you get your name out there. You're not just local. It will go all over the world. And it's really, really fascinating. Or I think it's really cool when you get somebody from a different country that is watching your show. All right, so be sure and go live on your business page. So I like to keep it separate. I have my personal Facebook page, and then I have my business page. And you need to really, if you're going to treat it like a business, you need to absolutely have it on your business page. And some streaming, now BeLive, I can do 2 streaming services at the same time, but I still choose not to go on my personal page. I still choose to go to YouTube. So I do a Facebook Live on my business page, and then I get it to go to YouTube. Now, that's where you also say, all right, please share my page. And then that's another way you get a lot of people watching your show. And then sometimes many customers, many the people that are watching your show, your audience, will start a watch party. And that is really fun, right? So engage your audience. Give them, okay, as soon as you go on, right? You want to engage your audience. And I've got even a slide that shows this, and I'm going to go and hide this just for a second. And then I'm going to, so engage. So a lot of people, when they go on Facebook Live, and I've watched a lot of Facebook Live in different, they're doing different things. It's just, find it fascinating. I love to see the creativity that people have. But a lot of times, as soon as I see the countdown, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you don't see anybody there. And then after a minute, they come on, oh, okay, hi, everybody. And then we're just going to wait until everybody joins us. So just a minute. And then they stare at the page, and that is so uncomfortable for your audience. So engage your audience. Get them to ask them a question. How are y'all feeling today? Or maybe, where are you from? Please say hello, and where are you from? The more comments that you have during your Facebook Live show, again, your statistics go up. And people then start saying, oh my gosh, I got to see what this show is all about. But engage the audience, and they will feel a part of your show as soon as you engage them, okay? And just kind of small talk. And it's okay if you say, I'm going to wait till everybody gets on, and just keep talking. But don't just sit there and stare. Now, that's just one of, and I don't want to say pet peeves, because everybody does it differently. If it works for you, then you just continue to do it, okay? All right, so engage them. Give them daily questions to make them feel a part of your show. And also, whenever you schedule your show, watch out for time zones, because you want to try to, and always think of the West Coast, because I live in Texas, and so I'm kind of right in the middle. But they're like 2 hours behind. And so I always have to kind of gauge whenever a good time is. And if you set up a time and you feel like you're not getting the audience, switch times and see if it is any better. So you just kind of have to see what really works for you. Another thing that I did want to talk about is whenever you are on your phone, I know Facebook has changed things, so it really doesn't help anymore. But whenever you go on Facebook Live and it's up, it's not portrait, it's up and down. It really limits what you can do, because they can only see your shoulders. And I know that because Facebook Live has changed a couple of things, and you can't see the comments if you do the portrait all the way. But you could always set up a different computer and use your phone and read the comments from your computer. So that just kind of gives you an idea. But yeah, now a lot of people are having to go up and down so that they can actually see the comments. And that is very, very understanding. All right, let me see if I forgot it. Oh, I know what I was going to suggest as well. Instead of going on just one time a week, try to go on, and you can gradually build at least 5 times a week. And you don't have to go on there for very long. You can, have a question of the day, or you can come on and do an inspirational message. I know that some people, if they're marketing, if they're selling clothes, they'll open up a box of shipments and they'll show everybody, oh, look at our new stuff. I'm so excited. I know Lisa Williams ordered a crystal, a huge crystal. And she was so excited. She went on Facebook Live and opened the box in front of everybody. And so it was really cool, because the audience felt a part of what she was excited about. And sometimes if you're out in the woods and you want to say hi to everybody, just go on and pop on a little bit. But it doesn't have to be a full show. But, just the more you go on it, the more exposure that you will have. And they'll get to know you, your authentic you. All right, so hopefully all of this advice help you, but the number one thing that you need to remember is have fun and let them know you. and be your authentic self. So, whatever you're selling, and be proud of your business for whatever trade that you're doing, just be proud. So, I hope this helps, and I hope to see you on Facebook Live. I challenge anyone watching this to go on Facebook Live at least one time and just kind of get your feel for it, and then you can develop a show. But whenever you develop your show, you may also want to, it's almost like a business plan. Write up what your mission statement is. What are you wanting people to see and learn? So, all right. So, everybody, God bless. And I hope to see you soon on